Hard sports all plays. Yeah. Hard sports all plays. Hard sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Hard sport all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Hard sports all plays.
All right. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. It's hard to believe we're already over halfway through this year. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. Tell you what, it's been a good day so far. Cincinnati Reds with another comeback win.
Yep.
Get down 3-0, score 5 unanswered runs. Didn't have a lead in the game until the bottom of the 8th inning. It was tied 3-3 going in the 8th, and they got a double by Deli Cruz and then a home run by Fraley to take the lead.
Yep.
And then bullpen's been pitching good. Our starters, Abbott didn't have his best stuff today, but he still had 10 strikeouts, gave up 3 runs on 3 solo home runs. So I mean, he didn't have his best stuff, but he was still able to be effective.
6 innings and only got 4 hits.
Yeah.
Three of them were solo home runs, but I mean, the guys ain't on base. He didn't walk a bunch of people.
And hey, that's the first runs that he's given up. Giving up in the Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
His first 2 starts, he pitched 17 innings and didn't give up a run.
He's pitched a little over 23 innings so far. He's only give up 3 runs, so he's doing really well.
But tell you what, this Reds team's fun to watch. Got another 11 in a row, first time in 60 years. Right? When the 60 years, they said that since the Reds have won 11 in a row.
66 years, yep.
So I mean, it's just been crazy. And I'll tell you what, it's been great as a Reds fan because we haven't been competitive for a few years. I mean, back in the during the COVID, we had a pretty good team when we had Bauer and them guys. We got beat right there the first game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We had a team if we could have hit the ball. We had pitching, but we couldn't hit. Now we have a better combination. I still think we're a better hitting team now than we are a pitching team, but our bullpen is ranked like 3rd in National League, 11th in Major League Baseball. So the bullpen has improved. Now if we can just start getting a little more depth out of our starters. And I know the way baseball is played now, if you get 6 innings out of a starter, that's great. But sometimes we're only getting 4 or 5. And then that can stretch your bullpen out. And it was a big win today not having to use Diaz.
Yep.
He's like 18 for 18, I think, 19 for 19 on save opportunities. Leads Major League Baseball. And yesterday, he looked a little tired, but he was able to fight through it, gave up a hit, fought through it, got the strikeouts and got the save. But it was big not using him today because now you have tomorrow off. And then you're going into a big series with another team that's hot in the Atlanta Braves.
We got to get our starters healthy. Green's out. I think Ashcraft's coming back this weekend. So if Ashcraft can come back and establish himself what he was early in the season, he had struggled the last couple of weeks before he went on the IR. But now I thought, if he can get back where he was and Green wasn't pitching bad. It was just a nagging hip injury that he did miss one start about a month ago. I think it was a deal that I think he could have pitched still, but I think they figured, hey man, let's give him a couple weeks rest, try to get this taken care of. Now we do have another pitcher that's out also. He is a little more serious. They're hoping he'll be back in August. Chris, can you help me with his name? I'm forgetting his name right now. Lodolo.
Lodolo,
yeah. He's the one who's got the stress fracture. So hoping that he's going to be back in August. Again, if they keep playing well, they may make a move and try to bring in another veteran starting pitcher. Who knows? They may not do anything. I mean, the way the team's going, they may be afraid to do anything.
I saw some people because I'm in some like Reds fan groups on Facebook and stuff. And people today, we need to trade Stevenson.
No.
Trade Stevenson and get another starting pitcher. And it's like, calm down just because we're starting to win games. Why does everybody, you see a lot of people wanting to trade players. We need to do this. We got good chemistry going on right now. We got rookies that are playing like that. We got a rookie that might be an all-star. I mean, maybe a couple of them, but McLean's probably McLean has a good chance of being an all-star at shortstop. Rookie season. Spencer Steer might be rookie of the year. And then Dela Cruz, since he's been up, the Reds are like 11 or 12-2 or 13-2 since he's been up.
The guy today,
Fraley,
and then they got the other one, Friedel.
Friedel, he got him back. He's been hurt.
Guys has been playing great. So I mean, we got a bunch of guys playing really well. But they could cool off. I don't think we need a big bat or anything like that. I think we need a veteran starting pitcher.
That's what we've talked off the show, but and maybe a reliever if you want to get somebody else. But positional wise, especially with getting Votto back, Senzel's back now, you got plenty of guys that can come in off your bench and be effective pinch hitters.
They're not going to trade. They're not going to trade a bunch of their guys who are playing well. They've already said that they may. No,
this is the way they're
trying for Reynolds. Yeah. They may look for Reynolds.
This is the way they're trying to build the team is through player development, through the draft and player development, and they've been saying that. And hey, I've been guilty of it too. Like I'm tired of this. That they're not even trying to win. Well, now we're kind of starting to see what their plan was. And right now it looks like it's paying off. This is still early in the season, though. Don't get me wrong; we're not even an all-star break yet. But last year at this time we only won like 25 games. Now I think we won our 40. Didn't we win our 40th game today?
Yes, we're 40 and 35.
Yeah. So and last year we was only at 25 wins at this time. I was pretty sure we won our 40th because I thought we was 39 and 35. Yeah. So I mean, it's been fun. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, they're playing very well, like I said, but that can all change in a heartbeat. Just we didn't expect this. Nobody, I don't know who just said nobody could say they expected this out of them this year. We was hoping to be competitive this year, and I think by competitive we meant if we were.
Well, I thought we'd be more competitive this year than last year because, and the reason I thought we would, but not don't get me wrong, didn't think we'd be where we're at now, but I thought we'd be more competitive because last year we got off that first 2 months of the season where we was like 2-23.
Yeah. And
then if you took the rest of the season after that, the Reds basically played 500 baseball. So we wasn't like we were terrible. We just dug ourselves such a big hole when you lose like 19 games in a row. Yeah. So I was just hoping we'd be competitive, and they've at least done that this year and exceeded that. I mean, it's been fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. Selfishly, I hate that they have an off day tomorrow because the Reds being on, especially in the evening. The day was a little different, being a day game, especially in the evening, gives me something to watch because right now all it is baseball. I'll watch other baseball games too, but I mean, if I'm going to watch baseball, I want to watch the Reds play.
Yeah, we got the Brewer game on in there, keeping track of it.
We got family going to the Reds game on Friday.
Yep.
Hopefully the Reds do better when they go than what they did when we went. We go watch them play. They get killed by the Yankees. And that ever since then they've been playing. I think they've only
lost 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, they've only lost 1 or 2 games since then. They've only lost like one of their last 12. Last 12 games.
Yep, they're doing really well. Hopefully they can keep it up and stay competitive and maybe have a chance at a playoff spot. The rookies are just, they're not afraid of anything, that's for sure. Votto said he's never been around anything like
Oh
that.
no, I heard Votto in an interview on Dan Patrick this morning, and he was just raving about these Reds rookies, Dela Cruz, McLean, Spencer. He said he believes they're the future of baseball. And Dela Cruz, he's talked about how much power he has, and of course how fast he is. I mean, I still can't believe he beat out that ground ball that he hit the first base the other night. I've watched baseball for probably 30 years.
Yep.
That was a big. Well, yeah, I've been put me about 10 years old, but maybe even I'll probably watch it. I watched it before that, but
Yeah.
I'll say around then because that's probably when you can actually know what's going on and everything. And I've coached baseball. I've umpired probably, I don't know what, probably 5,000 games,
Probably.
maybe more than that.
Probably.
I mean, because I've umpired for like 20 years, so I've seen a lot of baseball. And even the little league, you don't see many guys beat out a ground ball to first base, let alone in Major League Baseball. And it wasn't like it was a slow bouncer. No. I mean, it was like a one hopper. The guy dove, got it, and he was only like 6 feet behind first base. But by the time he got up and got to the base, Dela Cruz dove head first, which I mean, scared the shit out of me because that's an easy way to break a hand or get hurt or whatever. But I like the way this team plays though, because they play like that. They play hard. Vincent dove into the damn net there in Houston. I mean, they play hard and they don't get down like today. They got down 3-0, and they don't look like if you look at the team and their body language, that you wouldn't think that they were down 3-0. They don't get discouraged. It don't phase them. They just keep playing and battling, and right now they're finding ways to win games.
They got a bunch of athletic players, or they got a lot of fast players. I mean, they're second in the league in stolen bases. So, I mean, they're aggressive. It's a different style of baseball than what we've been used to because the last few years it's all just try to hit home run. Let's try to hit a home run, and baseball's kind of changing.
Well, and that's why we were talking the other day, and I'm going to talk about it a little more tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern, GSR. Gonzo Sports Room. Come join us tonight. We'll talk more about it, but about the shift, the effect of them taking the shift out in these new rules. I believe it's made baseball a lot funner and more exciting product to watch because now there is base hits, there's stolen bases. It's not just a home run or a strikeout. You're seeing more of the stolen base. I mean, don't get me wrong, Reds are stealing bases like crazy, but you're seeing a lot of teams trying to steal bases. I've seen more bunts this year than I've seen probably in the last 7 years combined.
Yeah, I agree.
And to me, it's just it's a funner product to watch because there's more action going on, and the pitch clock shortening the games by a half hour. I like it. It makes it a better watch on TV because there's not as much downtime in between something happening. So I think the new rules have been effective so far. Other than a couple of times you see like some of these, but it's judgment calls and like the calls I get mad at is like that call at home, that call today at home plate. I watched the replay of that. I don't know how that was interference on India. I don't understand how he got, and he got called for 2 outs. They called he struck out, and then they called him out for interference.
Larkin said it was interference. That's what Barry Larkin said.
I guess it is because he did step out of the box going toward first base, and there was but I mean, you see guys do that all the time because they think it's a walk. The umpire rings them up. Yep. And but I guess since he was had 1 foot out of the box and the catcher came up to throw the ball, they called it. So I can see it. It's just, to me, we've seen plays like that don't get called because you see that a lot where a guy starts to first like that. But hey, they were able, and we had runners in scoring position then too. So that could have been a real big moment for us. But all right, we'll go ahead. Well, I didn't have a real good day yesterday on my picks. My picks for the year are 354 and 290. So I've been doing good on my picks pretty good on picks all year. But yesterday I was 2-4. That's after back-to-back 5-1 days. But Rangers lost last night to the White Sox. That got me. Diamondbacks ended up losing by 2 runs. I thought they would win that game against the Brewers. Don't get me wrong, I'm kind of rooting for the Diamondbacks because they're playing the Brewers as well. But I thought the Diamondbacks would win that game. They've been playing real good baseball. Uh, and the Marlins have been on fire, and they didn't do nothing yesterday and got beat by the Blue Jays.
I was 3-3, so I didn't do
So
great.
it's I was 2-4, but hopefully get off to do better today. We have a few games going on right now in baseball. Today, our picks are basically be baseball picks. I got a couple golf picks for the tournament this weekend. That's really all we got on Friday's show. We will give out picks for this weekend's UFC. I'll give out my picks for UFC on Friday. But yeah, we try to give out picks for about all the stuff going on. But right now, this time of year, it's mainly baseball. So we're gonna give out a lot of baseball picks today. Yeah, hey Jay, your Diamondbacks are kicking butt.
Yes.
They disappointed me yesterday because I picked them again. Because I've been picking them on my picks because they've been hot, and I really thought they'd beat the Brewers yesterday, and they had chances to win that game but couldn't pull it off. But you're not gonna win them all. That's what we were talking about before the show about the Reds. Yeah, this winning streak's going to end. They're not going to win every game from now to the rest of the season. So, but if you just can't go through them, you can't go through them lulls where you lose like 8 or 9 games in a row. Yeah. You know, if you lose a couple games and then the main thing, and I've been saying it all year, and you said it earlier, is win series. The Reds have won like at least 6 or 7 straight series now.
Yeah, they swept this one. I think it's 7, but at least 6. Yeah,
but if you win series, you're going to stay competitive in your division if you can at least win series. So, and Diamondbacks have been able to do that, and so have the Reds.
Oh yeah, they're playing exciting baseball. Yeah, I see quite a bit of Diamondbacks because I see a lot of late games, and I see a lot of their games and a lot of Dodger games.
All right, but games going on right now in baseball. You have the Kansas City Royals at the Detroit Tigers. This game is in the top of the 9th inning with the Tigers winning 9-3. Arizona Diamondbacks and the Brewers are playing right now as well. Game is Brewers are up 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning in that game, and then you also have the New York Mets and the Houston Astros playing right now. The Mets are up 4-2 in the bottom of the 3rd inning in that game. So you know our buddy Jay McLovin is not very happy that
not right now
with the Astros right now. But hey, it's early. Hey, Reds was down 3-0, then the 5th inning tied it up 3-3, and then they were able to.
And Cubs beat the Pirates today.
Cubs beat the Pirates. Cubs have been playing good baseball.
Blue Jays beat the Marlins 6-3. Rays beat the Orioles 7-2.
Yeah, Cubs have been playing good baseball. They've won, I think, 8 or 9 of their last 10 or 11 games. So I mean, they've been playing good baseball as well. All right. So I basically left. Next game on the schedule is at 4:00. Cardinals and Nationals. The Cardinals are 31-43 on the season, 18-22. Or excuse me, Cardinals and Nationals. Cardinals are 1.5 run favorites in this game. They're minus 158 on the money line. The Nationals are +1. Hey, thanks, Mike. Say he loves the Ric Flair figure. My son bought me that like 3-4 years ago.
Yep. And I got one just like it. I got one.
And ever since he gave it to me, I set it on the set here, and that's where it stayed. It's never been out of the box because I know he'll open some of his and puts them around places. I'm like, nope, it's staying right there in the box with right beside my Hunter Green
bobblehead.
Yep, the Hunter Green bobblehead. But the Cardinals, they're 31-43 on the season, 18-22 on the road. They will have McCullers on the mound tonight, who is 4-4 with a 4.36 ERA. The Cardinals are 4-1 over their last 5 games. They're hitting .250 as a team on the season with a 4.46 team ERA. The Nationals are 27-45 on the season, 12-26 at home. The Nationals will have Williams on the mound tonight. He is 3-4 with a 4.50 ERA on the season. Nationals are 0-5 over their last 5 games. They're hitting .261 as a team on the season with a 4.74 team ERA. this is not a game I'm going to give out as one of my as one of my picks of the day. But if I was going to make a pick on this game, it would be the Cardinals on the money line here. The Nationals have been in a slump, and Cardinals have been playing pretty good baseball over the last about week and a half. Jay said he's digging the luchador mask. Yeah, I bought that to wear at one of the wrestling shows that we done. I think it was what? It was our second. No, yeah, it was our second or third wrestling show that we live streamed, and I got that, and we done a thing where I got attacked, and then I came with the mask and was on commentary and stuff. It was pretty funny, actually. Eric had a lot to do with coming up with that idea, so it was pretty cool. Next game, you got the Atlanta Braves at the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies are 1.5 run favorites. They're minus 134 on the money line. Braves are plus 114 on the money line. Over unders at 8.5 runs. The Braves are 47-26 on the season, 23-11 on the road. They are 5-0 over their last 5 games. Are you all right over there, dude? They will have Smith Schuer on the mound tonight, who is 1-0 with a 2.03 ERA. Braves are hitting .269 as a team on the season and have a 3.74 team ERA. The Phillies are 38-35 on the season, 19-12 at home. The Phillies will have Nola on the mound, who is 6-5 with a 4.66 ERA. Phillies are 4-1 over their last 5 games. They're hitting .259 as a team with a 4.32 team ERA. I like the Braves here. You get the Braves, a team that's been one of the hottest teams in baseball, and you can get them a plus 1.5, or even on the money line, you get them at plus 114. But I think there's good value there. I'm taking the Braves at the plus 1.5. This game is going to be one of the games that I give out as my picks of the day. Next game you have today, you have this Seattle Mariners at the New York Yankees. This game starts at 7:05 p.m. Eastern. This isn't a game I'm going to give a pick out or my pick of the day for, but the Mariners are 1.5 run favorites, minus 148 on the money line. The Yankees are plus 126 on the money line. Over-unders at 7. The Mariners are 35-36 on the season, 14-19 on the road. They will have Luis Castillo on the mound tonight, who is 4-5 with a 2.73 ERA. The guy I wish was still with the Reds. Yep. But the Mariners are 2-3 over their last 5 games. They're hitting .227 as a team and have a 3.87 team ERA. The Mariners have been a surprise team to me in the fact that I thought they'd be better than what they are. The way they looked last year toward the second half of the season, I really thought they were going to be a team to contend with this year, and so far they just haven't been able to put it all together.
They got the pitching, but they don't have the hitting.
Yeah, I mean, hitting .227.
The ERA is pretty decent.
Yeah, 3.8. Yeah, the ERA is good, but yeah, they got to find ways to hit the ball.
Castillo, man, he had that same problem with the Reds.
But look at this. Listen to this. So the Yankees are 40-33. They're 22-17 at home. They have Brito on the mound tonight. He's 3-3 with a 5.58 ERA. But the Yankees are 1-4 of their last 5 games. They're hitting .231 as a team with a 3.73 ERA. So their pitching's not been bad, but when judging it in the lineup, they struggle to score runs. I like the Mariners on the money line in this game. If I was going to bet on this game, like I said, this isn't one of the ones that I'm giving out as a pick of the day. But since there was only 8 games that was in like our time frame from we started, I broke down all 8 games. And then after I'll break them all down. I'll let you know which picks are my picks for the day. But the reason I'm taking the Mariners because Castillo's on the mound, and I think he'll give them a chance to win. But next game after that, you have the Athletics at the Guardians, and this is this is one of my picks of the day. Guardians are 1.5 run favorites, minus 184 on the money line. The Athletics are plus 154 on the money line. Over-under is at 8 runs. The Athletics are 19-56 on the season, 10-27 on the road. They will have Blackburn on the mound tonight. He's 0-0 at the 3.48 ERA. The Athletics are 0-5 over the last 5. They won like 8 or 9 in a row. Now they've lost five in a row. They're hitting 222 as a team, and their team ERA is 6.00. So they've been struggling to hit the ball and pitching. Guardians are 34-38 on the season. They're a team I thought would be better than what they have been playing so far as well. They're 17-17 at home. They will have Williams on the mound, who is 3-4 with a 3.08 ERA. Guardians are 3-2 over their last 5 games. They're hitting 245 as a team, and they have a 3.85 team ERA. You would think with that batting average and that ERA, you would think they'd have a little better record than what they have. But I like the Guardians on the money line here. Then you have the 7:41 Eastern time tonight, the Boston Red Sox at the Minnesota Twins. The Twins are 1.5 run favorites, minus 120 on the money line. The Red Sox are plus 102 on the money line. Over-under is at 8.5 runs. The Red Sox are 39-35 on the season, 18-17 on the road. They will have Whitlock on the mound tonight, who is 4-2 with a 4.38 ERA. Red Sox are 5-0 over their last 5 games. They're hitting 265 as a team and have a 4.40 team ERA. The Twins are 36-38 on the season, 21-19 at home. They will have Sonny Gray on the mound tonight, who is 4-1 with a 2.37 ERA. Another guy I wish was still with the Reds. with the offense we have now.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have one of them veteran pitchers with this young pitching staff. But the Twins are 1-4 over their last 5. They're hitting 231 as a team, and they have a 3.76 team ERA. I like the Twins in this game. This isn't going to be one of my picks of the day, but I do like the Twins in this game. But the Red Sox are a scrappy team and can score some runs, and they've been playing well. But I like Sonny Gray on the mound. And then next game tonight, Texas Rangers at the Chicago White Sox. This game starts at 11 p.m. Eastern time, with the Rangers being 1.5 run favorites, minus 108 on the money line. The White Sox are minus 108 on the money line. So this game's basically a pick 'em. Over under is at 9.5 runs. The Rangers are 45-28 in the season, 21-15 on the road. They've made a big turnaround since last season. They will have Perez on the mound tonight, who is 6-3 with a 4.54 ERA. Rangers are 3-2 over their last 5 games. They're hitting 273 as a team on the season with a 3.82 team ERA. The White Sox are 32-43 on the season, 18-18 at home. They will have Kopesh on the mound tonight, who is 3-5 with a 3.92 ERA. The White Sox are 2-3 over the last 5 games. They're hitting 235 as a team on the season and have a 4.54 team ERA. I like the Rangers here on the money line in this game. I'm surprised this game is a pick 'em. That really surprised me. So I think it's good value. Rangers have been playing good baseball. I think the pitching matchup's pretty even between these two guys. So I'm gonna go with the Rangers. They're the better hitting team, and they have the better bullpen. Then you have the San Diego. Why is that there? Okay, then that's a different order, but all right. You have the San Diego Padres at. Or no, excuse me, I'm skipping a game. Next game is the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Los Angeles Angels at 9:39 p.m. Eastern. The Angels are 1.5 run favorites, minus 146 on the money line. The Dodgers are plus 124 on the money line. Over under is at 9 runs. The Dodgers are 40-33 on the season, 18-19 on the road. They're going to have Grove on the mound. I think this is his season debut because I couldn't find those stats on for his ERA. But the Dodgers are 2-3 over their last 5 games. They're hitting .240 as a team and have a 4.60 team ERA. The Angels are 41-34 on the season, 20-15 at home. They have Shohei Ohtani on the mound tonight, who is 6-2 with a 3.29 ERA. Angels are 3-2 over their last 5. They're hitting .255 as a team and have a 4.15 team ERA. I like the Angels in this game on the money line. Dodgers beat the Angels 2-0 last night in a close game, but with Ohtani on the mound and going against a young pitcher for the Dodgers, I'm gonna go with the Angels on the money line. And then last game of the night, Padres and Giants at 9:46 p.m. Eastern time. The Padres are 1.5 run favorites. They're minus 116 on the money line. The Giants are minus 102 on the money line. Over under is at 8 runs. The Padres are 35-38 on the season, 16-18 on the road. You'll have Yu Darvish on the mound tonight for the Padres. He's 5-5 with a 4.74 ERA. Padres are 2-3 over their last 5 games. They're hitting .229 as a team on the season with a 3.79 team ERA. The Giants are 41-32 on the season, 20-17 at home. On the mound for the Giants tonight is going to be Walker. He is 2-0 with a 1.65 ERA. Giants are 5-0 over their last 5 games. They're hitting .254 as a team on the season with a 3.83 team ERA. I like the Giants here at the plus 1.5. Getting the Giants with a 1.5 to me is great value. They're on a 5-game winning streak. They have the to me they have the well, Darvish just hasn't really been the same for a couple of years in my opinion. Giants, this guy pitching for the Giants, he's 2-0 with a 1.65, but he only has a couple appearances, so I'm not saying, but Giants are the better hitting team too. The Padres only hitting .229 is a disgrace with all that talent they have on the team. You're talking about Soto, Tatis. I mean, all this firepower they have, and you're only hitting .229 as a team. That's pretty bad. Yeah. So my picks of the day for Major League Baseball, my favorite picks are going to be Braves at the plus 1.5 over the Phillies, the Guardians on the money line against the Athletics, the Rangers money line over the White Sox, the Angels money line over the Dodgers, and the Giants at the plus 1.5. So I'm giving out five picks today for Major League Baseball. Hey Ray, I'll say go Braves until Friday because Friday you got your Braves are playing my Reds, so hopefully Friday they lose. But until then, they've been on fire. Yep. Ray also said, Chris, put the mask on and do the show. That'd be awesome. I actually have done that before. It was on Unscripted one night. Jay and them didn't even know I was going to do it. I just came on and had the mask on. I would, but the only thing about it is hotter than hell, man.
Okay, my picks for tonight, I've got St. Louis money line at the Nationals. I've got Texas money line at the White Sox. I've got Seattle at the Yankees. I'm going to take the Yankees money line. I got Oakland at the Guardians. I'll take Guardians money line. And I have the Dodgers and the Angels. I'll take Angels money line.
Mike, if you're still out there, I don't have as many of the figures. My son has a bunch of them, but I got a pretty good collection of wrestling T-shirts going on now with independent wrestling shirts, and then WWE. Got my Mick Foley shirt that my son got me for Father's Day, which is pretty cool with the 3 faces of Foley.
Hey, Mike, if you're still out there, what's the name of your
podcast? Wrestling with Maverick. It's on the ASAP Network now.
Okay. May have to check it out. We'll talk about the bloodline.
Yep, it's
one of my favorite things.
They just started on the ASAP Network. Well, he had the podcast and stuff going before that, but he's new to the ASAP network. I watched a little bit of it actually Sunday, and it was pretty good.
Check it out.
Yeah, Mike. He said he does a podcast too. Like I said, yeah, I checked a little bit of it out on Sunday. We do wrestling podcasts as well. We do one every Monday at 6:30 p.m. We do a wrestling show. We talk some WWE. We talk a lot of old school wrestling, and then we also talk some independent stuff. And Mike, if you haven't seen any of our stuff, we also travel and to independent wrestling shows and live stream independent shows. There's about 57 or close to 60 full wrestling shows on our YouTube page at Gonzo Sports Room, and there's probably, I bet you probably over 1,000 matches on there now, if not more, that where I'm from all the shows that we've been to and stuff. But we're actually doing 3 shows this weekend. We'll be live Saturday with 2 shows from a fair, and then on Sunday we'll be live with another show with a different organization. So we'll have a lot of wrestling this weekend. The wrestling shows we don't air on Facebook because of the music and stuff and dealing with copyright. So, but we do well, our regular wrestling show on Mondays on Facebook. When we do the live independent shows, we don't do it. We do it on stream them live on YouTube. So if you're free this weekend, Mike, go check it out. Like I said, you can go to our YouTube page now. We just done one over the weekend, the DCCW WCWO show for Juneteenth, and it was a real good show. We just aired that. I'm actually going to be releasing the breaking it down into single matches today. I got it all broke down. I just got to post them or upload them to YouTube.
One you might be interested, what we got coming up Monday, July 10th, at Jay County Fair. We're going to be doing a big show for DCCW, and they're bringing in a lot of the legends.
Retromania.
Yeah, bringing in the legends. They're bringing in Demolition. They're bringing in the Powers of Pain. They're bringing in Al Snow. Bringing in Brian Pillman Jr. He wrestles for AEW. Some people wrestle for OVW. Ari Alexander. Also the
Jake Oman, who's wrestled in like 30-something countries.
I got the Fanny Pack Kid. He's been in OVW and also Impact. So there's gonna be a lot of stars on that show.
And Jimmy Hart, Jimmy Hart
been added too. So it's gonna be a big show.
Yeah, we'll be live at that show July 10th as well. So yeah, we're big wrestling fans over here as well as just big sports fans in general as well too. But so for did you say you said your baseball picks, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, I did have, and then I had a couple picks for the golf. You have I forget the name of the tournament, Travelers this weekend. I like Wyndham Clark at plus 5,000, and it's not just because he just won the major, but because if you look over the last 2 months, he's just been on fire. About a month ago, he won his first tournament, and then he's won the major. He's moved from being ranked 156 up to 13th in the world. I think he's going to keep that momentum going. So I like him at plus 5,000. And the other guy I like is Victor Hovland at plus 1,800. That's be my 2 guys I like going into the tournament. Now after we see tomorrow, I might add another person, but to start the tournament before I've seen anybody play this weekend, them are the 2 players that I like. I would watch out for Scotty Scheffler. He's always up there in that top 5. If he just gets putter going, he's going to start winning a lot of tournaments. Rory McIlroy's been playing some of the best golf we've seen him play in a while. But, I know it hasn't turned into winning tournaments yet, but he's been right there the last 3 or 4 tournaments. So he's another guy I'd watch out for as well. But and then like I said, Friday we'll give our picks for the UFC this on Saturday night. Did you have anything else before we get out here today?
No, I think good to go.
Hey, how's it going, Glenn?
Big Glenn.
Glenn, Pacers made a trade today with the Denver Nuggets. It traded away a couple late first round draft picks for the Nuggets' first round draft pick of next year. Okay, Ray. I didn't realize they were in Jacksonville, Florida, but I did know they have a pretty good card this weekend. So, we're big combat sports fan, Pablo. Hey, we're big combat sports fans as well. We watch Bellator, UFC, bare knuckle. If that stuff's on, we usually
I love the bare knuckle.
yeah. So we usually watch that stuff. So. Oh yeah, Glenn, Reds with another comeback win. Never had to lead till the bottom of the eighth. It was 3-3. Well, it got down 3-0, and it was 3-3, and then bottom of the eighth we scored 2 runs off that Fraley home run. Dela Cruz with a double before that. I'll tell you what, Dela Cruz, if you haven't watched him play, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Reds fan. If you haven't watched him play, you need to watch the dude play. He's electric. He's electric to watch play. Exciting player to watch. And I'm glad the Reds I'm glad that he's on the Reds.
Arizona is up 2-1 at the end of the sixth. Well, they're in the middle of the sixth on the up 2-1.
Okay. Diamondbacks are.
Yep. And there is speaking of bare knuckle fighting, there's a show Friday, and they're in Hollywood, Florida. It's Friday.
Oh, okay.
At Palomino's fighting.
But please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all social media at Gonzo Sports Room and at the ASAP All Sports All Plays Network. Please like, share, comment. We'd appreciate it. The more likes, shares, comments we get, more people see our shows. We appreciate everybody's support. Appreciate everybody in the chat group today. Hopefully have a better day than yesterday. But just to recap, my picks for today: Braves +1.5, Guardians money line, Rangers money line, Angels money line, and the Giants at the +1.5. We hope everybody has a great day. Don't forget tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. It's more of just our sports talk show instead of doing the sports betting. Join us for that tonight. I think Jay McLevin's going to join us tonight. He joined me Monday night. He's going to join again tonight. And then tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be starting the ASAP Afternoon Blitz back up, get the afternoon show going back up. So join us tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern for the ASAP Afternoon Blitz. You can find out on the ASAP Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and all their pages, and also on the Gonzo Sports Room. But we appreciate everybody watching. Hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Oh, real quick, don't forget, you can find us in podcast form: Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, most places you listen to podcasts. You can find Easy Money, a sports betting show. Please rate and review, subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.